The marshland rolled out before her. Longer and longer the path stretched out, until she couldn't see an end. She couldn't breathe, and her heart tugged in between roaring cars of perpetual motorways. The other side, salt, earth, sea, birds circling ahead. She couldn't breathe. She wanted to run, get to her destination. She remembered fighting sleep on metros, robbing lunches, a map in her head that covered hundreds, maybe thousands of kilometers, benches in uncongested areas, places you could sneak in to use the loo, good coffee, cheap food. Trying to avoid eyes that are avoiding yours too, exercising side-eye. Is everyone as sad as you? Is it normal to feel your heart like a stone sunk into stomach? Disassociate so that you aren't there anymore. And she returns to shrub and earth, swirling gulls, locating breath, and remembers that she's never going to arrive. That's the objective. There's nowhere to arrive to. I've met so many different versions of you, he says. Me too, she thinks. She used to think about why everyone was hurtling towards death. Why bonds were forged in what you gained, or legalities. What end do you reach? And then what? And then what? She is back to the crunch of feet and crackles of wheels. There is no end nor next level. They talk about people in America who sleep in cars cradling guns, the paranoia of pillaging pilgrims, who choose incarceration over institutionalization, because eventually you can leave prison, though prison never leaves you. And there is a man in wellies picking crabs, and there is a stone gate that leads to nowhere. The entrance reads Pains. The day before, they had walked past a man smoking outside the entrance of the psychiatric unit. Another crumbling limestone house in the association of neighbours. They were speaking about familial trauma, and she looked into his eyes, recognising weary, world-worn resignation. But she saw he was still there, awake inside. And up ahead, the gory Baroque glory of San Miguel Iglesia. She stores the sounds and colours and textures, always too loud, but a voice or call to anchor you. The birds scream and trill, unsatiated dogs bark, mountains of salt, parched earth, limestone aches, pains. The pilgrims walk, they get closer and further at the same time. Dots on a landscape, Google Maps. If you stop, you hear the scuffle of crabs. The season of Jaramego has passed. The earth is drier. We deny thinking about the nearing drought. Rain reminds us of sad, abundant tears, the joy, elation, frenzy, then the come down, repose, soul-searching. Somewhere between hermetic and hedonism, you feel the heart squeezing you from time to time. You think of your fragility, fallibility, the fullness and frankness of it all, the jolt inside as you squash an ant, your brother, your salvation, your light. Percussion reminds us that our heart continues, that it's strung to the beat of every other creature fluttering or scratching. And that's why she's here now, detecting the pulse, even in a desolate stretch, and tracing her own end, connecting it to each and every other animated, deceased atom, forever circling the infinite pulse and scratch, the map blurred, unlined, unmarked in her mind.